In a stirring turn of events, friends, it is raining in England. We are the Swindon Town Swoodly Poopers, of course. Look at Leroy Williamson. He really is graying. And we are today playing Ipswich Town. We are going to beat the living crap out of them. We're only 1 point out of second place in the N-Power Championship. And if we get to second place, we will go to the Premier League next season. And wouldn't that be something? So this is a big game for us. We've got John Green and John Green up front. And we've got Leroy Williamson in center mid, along with French Lana, and one size fits all in the hero of yesterday's game in defense. Today I am going to tell you about why sports is like life, also poop, to quote a great friend of mine. I'm going to tell you why sports is like life and why football, or soccer, let's call it soccer, just for Americans, is more like life than other sports. So first I have to tell something for our non-American viewers. I have to explain something that will be completely astonishing. So let's say that you are a sports team. Let's say that you are a sports team and you play in the major leagues of American baseball. So for instance, that you are the Chicago Cubs, one of the major league teams in American baseball. Okay, I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's true. No matter how bad you are, no matter how many games you lose, ball John Green, finisher. Other John Green to ball John Green, and in the 9th minute, there has already been a goal. Beautiful. Other John Green, oh, just lays it off. That's what I love. John Green to John Green, followed by John Green scoring. It occurs to me that I'm a little bit narcissistic. Well, that was not the best work I've ever seen out of one size fits all. But Fat Lucas, no. Oh, Fat Lucas. Fat Lucas. Fat Lucas. Fat Lucas. Guys, what are we going to do about the Fat Lucas problem? I need your input. I need your help. No matter how bad you are. This is true if you're a basketball team, if you're a baseball team, if you play American football. No matter how many years you are terrible, nothing bad will ever happen to you. You will never have to stop playing in the major leagues or in the NFL or in the NBA. This leads to some crazy stuff. Like right now, I live in Indianapolis, Indiana. We're a big football city, like American football. We have this team called the Indianapolis Colts. Oh, other John Green can't finish. We have this football team called the Indianapolis Colts, and we used to have this quarterback, very talented guy named Peyton Manning. Very popular, very talented, really good at his job being a quarterback in the NFL. Then he got an injury, and he couldn't play this season. And it turns out that he was pretty necessary to the success of the Indianapolis Colts. Because we are now, I think, 0-10. We have not won a game this season. Now, if we were playing soccer, for reasons I will explain momentarily, in Indianapolis, there would be a desperate push to win every game, and there would be widespread, massive panic, and fans would be, crying and terrified. But here's what's actually happening. Because it is no longer possible for the Indianapolis Colts to go to the playoffs and potentially win the Super Bowl, which, by the way, is being played in Indianapolis this year, because that's become, like, hilariously impossible. Other John Green, you're better than that. Because that's become impossible, the fans of the Indianapolis Colts, including myself, are now rooting for the Indianapolis Colts to lose all of their remaining games. Because if we lose all of our remaining games, we will get the first choice in next year's draft, which means we can draft this very good young quarterback named Andrew Luck out of Stanford. Also a smart young man. So that's not like, oh, own goal. How do you like them apples? Ha ha. Oh, pug. That's just, but you know what? Other John Green made that possible with his pure, raw strength. 2-1 Swoodly Poopers. So, no matter how bad you are, nothing bad ever happens, which means you're put in the position of having to root for your team to lose in order for your team to be better in the future. Now, why is football, I mean soccer, different from that? The answer is that if you're one of the worst three teams in a soccer league, you don't get to play anymore in that league. You go down a league. There is a punishment for sucking. Oh, no. Oh, Fat Lucas, that was a great save. Great reaction save. He's still got it when it comes to the reaction saves. It's when it comes to, like, clutching the ball that he's just not the man he used to be. So, like, unnecessary slide tackle. Wow, that was really unnecessary. So there is a punishment, right? Like, for instance, Swindon Town, the actual non-fictional Swindon Town Robins. In 1992, the 1992-1993 season, they were in the Premier League. They were in the top league of English football. But then they finished in the bottom three, so they went down to the NPower Championship. And then they finished in the bottom three again, and then they went down to League One. And then last year, they finished in the bottom three of League One, and they went down to League Two. And they became, League Two side, which is really unfortunate because that's the lowest league in football. And if you're one of the worst teams in League Two, you become what's called a non-league team, at which point you're basically like a semi-professional team. You're not one of the, 150 best teams in England, which is not a good sign. Come on, pass the ball. Oh, he got it caught up in his feet. I apologize to my family and friends for that lack of scoring. I should have scored there. Rampage the Ginger is encouraging Leroy Williamson, who has had a rough first half. All right, so that's the difference that's the major difference. That's the major thing that makes soccer, so much more fun to watch than American football, is that on both ends of the league, the top and the bottom, there is tremendous, everything is on the line. In fact, there is arguably more on the line for the teams on the bottom than for the teams on the top because their ability, the financial health of the club, their ability to, go on watching this club they love in front of tens of thousands of fellow fans, off the post and then in! Ball John Green with a great goal. That was all Ball John Green. That was old school pre-injury Ball John Green. Look at that beautiful mustache and that very strange tribal celebration. Ball John Green, I think he intentionally hit it off the post to get around the keeper. That's just great stuff. I love that guy. So that's what makes it so special, is that the well-being, the health of your team depends upon their ability, if not to win the entire league, then certainly to finish outside of the bottom three. And that makes it a lot more exciting. Like the last week of the Premier League season the stuff that's happening at the bottom of the table is so much more exciting than the stuff that's happening at the top of the table, because staying in the Premier League literally means hundreds of millions of pounds to your club. It means a dramatic change in the well-being of your stadium, in the quality of players you get to have, and your ability to hold on to your best players, things like that. And it's so exciting and nerve-wracking, and every year there are going to be three teams who don't get to play in the Premier League anymore. One size fits all? No, come on. Couldn't have been better for you. However, I'm still grateful to him for being the hero of yesterday's game. That was great stuff. Leroy Williamson continuing to have a terrible day. He scores occasionally, though. But we keep him in the lineup because of the occasional scoring. Uh-oh, look at that. What? He is not offsides. That's tough. Just played it a second late. So the reason that's more like life than football is that than like American football is that if in life, if you lose intentionally over and over and over again, you don't get a better draft pick. You just lose. Wow. Fat Lucas caught the ball for once, but he looked a little sketchy doing it. And that's one of the things that really infuriates me, is that there is no motivation. Oh, God. We had Ball John Green, a complete breakaway. I'm frustrated with my play today, and I unnecessarily slide tackled to express it a couple times now. There is no punishment. You were never held accountable. And that's true for the owners as well. Right? These owners, the owner of the Indianapolis Colts, nice guy, by the way, is going to have billions of dollars even if his team loses every single game they play for the next 10 years. He'll still be a billionaire. He will never be punished. The value of his club will never go down. Oh, beautiful finish from other John Green. From Ball John Green to John Green, and then John Green puts it in the net. That's how we draw it up. So the whole motivation of the sport is wrong. Like the whole incentive system is wrong. Whereas in soccer, it's right. Everybody is on the same page. The players make more money if they stay up in the highest league possible. The owners have a more valuable club if they're in the highest league possible, and the supporters, of course, have the most fun because it's fun to watch your team play Manchester United and Chelsea. More fun than it is nothing against Ipswich Town than it is to watch your team play a club whose mascot is a horse. Although I should make fun. Our mascot is a robin. I mean, we're the swoodly poopers, so maybe I shouldn't tease. But yeah, so that's my number one issue with American sports is that they aren't, sports aren't supposed to be like life. They're supposed to be lived on a level playing field and in ways that life aren't. It's supposed to be about equal opportunity and that kind of thing. And I get that, but it is supposed to be like life in this respect. The incentives should line up, and right now they don't. And it's frustrating to live in Indianapolis with a bunch of people who want their hometown team to lose every game between now and forever so that we can, oh, look at that other John Green from Bald John Green. That's just, look at the sadness on the fans of Ipswich Town. Beautiful thing to see. Oh, he's a finisher. He really is. Really is. He's become the breakout star this season. Last season, definitely Bald John Green had the spotlight. He was the league scorer, the leading scorer on the team, and in League One. This year, though, it's just been all other John Green, and I'm really proud of him for kind of sticking with it, proving that he can be a great player. But I still, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm still partial to Bald John Green. I still think of him as my John Green. Here comes Leroy Williamson. He's going to try to score on his own. He's going to try to score. Oh, Leroy Williamson dispossessed. Bald John Green gets the ball back to Leroy Williamson. He does score occasionally. Oh, but not this time. Not this time. I know you guys all want to hear me sing the Leroy Williamson song off key, but alas, not today. Thanks for watching Hank Games. And, oh gosh, I might give up a goal here at the end after I said thanks for watching Hank Games. I'm sorry, I thought the game had ended, but it hadn't. You can let me know in comments if you agree with my analysis or if you think that I'm in some way wrong about this stuff, which is possible, although I don't think I am because I've thought a lot about it, and it really makes me mad. Leroy Williamson? No, he didn't run. He didn't make the run. He's too tired. And that's the end of the game. We win! We win! The Swoodly Poopers win thanks to an own goal and 4 goals from John Green's. Pat Lucas did give up a goal, but when you win 5-1, doesn't matter very much. There's Ginger Rampage. He's happy. Everybody's happy, and the Ipswich players are smelling their armpits in shame. Congratulations. See you next time. Best wishes.